Welcome to day 59 of the 2 Minute Author Challenge. This is Author Skill Set Wednesday. And today's quote comes from von Goethe. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. It's kind of like Yoda, there is no try, there is only do, right? Very similar. And one of the things that's so challenging for us at times as an author is that it's not that we don't know what to do, it's just we don't feel like doing it. For whatever reason, we get our back up, we decide that something else is more important, or we just can't do this because, whatever piece is missing. Now, the fact that all that's crap is apparently irrelevant in the moment, right? Even though, it's not that we don't know what to do. We always know what to do. It's that we're not willing to do it. So, as the slide here says, we all know what's required to write and publish our book. We got to sit down and write the darn thing. We have to actually keep doing that every single day until it's complete, and then recognize the fact that publication highway can be filled with lots of twists, lots of turns, lots of potholes, a couple of ditches to avoid as well, right? And that's why I am such a big proponent of a well-designed roadmap for success, because that roadmap can really help avoid all of those pitfalls. It can avoid, falling into the ditch. It can help find those shortcuts to make life a lot easier in getting the book written and finished. So that's the what. And that's really, really simple stuff. That's always crystal clear. It's not that we don't know any of that stuff. We do. We just choose not to. That's never the issue. Doing the work is always the issue. Like I said at the start, there's always a million reasons why we can't do this today, why tomorrow it'll be better, why Someday Island is just the place to live. It's all garbage. Truly, truly is. Willingness itself is irrelevant. It's actually completely meaningless unless and until we make the decision to transform that willingness into concrete action to help us achieve our goals, to turn our dreams into reality. So my question for you is, are you willing? Will you do that, right? And if you're finding it a little bit challenging to get there, just follow my simple 3-step mantra. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing that I came across / whatever many, many moons ago, and it's very, very simple. Number 1, make a decision. Make the decision that I will write today. Simple. Follow that awesome decision with the effective action that's required. So, if I've made the decision to write, the effective action required is to sit down at my computer, put my hands on the keyboard, and start typing. Again, super simple stuff, right? And then repeat, ideally every single day until my first draft is done. And then repeat the entire process to get the first draft polished into a final draft. Something that I can actually publish and share with the world and help transform the world in the way that only I can in this specific area. The same is true for you. That's why this book is on your heart to write, is that you want to help other people who are facing, a problem that you've faced and overcome, and you want to help them. It's a beautiful thing, right? Truly, truly, truly is. Now, all of this is super simple. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy, because our mind gets in the way. There's always 1,000 things that we want to do instead of doing the things actually put in front of us to do. So my hope is that your book is the only book that matters to you, the only book you give a crap about getting completed and finished and out into the world, right? And that's as it should be. So, but here's the question. Will you do the work that's required to make that happen? Will you do the work today that's required to help turn your book, your published book, into a reality tomorrow, or next week, or next month, or whatever your publication deadline is? If you don't do the work today, that deadline doesn't matter, because you're not going to meet it. And I'm all about meeting those deadlines and actually beating them. I wanted to get there before the deadline, because that's just part of how I like to challenge myself, to make sure that I'm actually using as much of my potential as I possibly can. I will never use all of it because I don't know if that's humanly possible, but I can challenge myself every single day to do more than I did yesterday. And so can you. You really, really can. And when you do, what you'll discover is that your book gets written and published faster than you ever thought possible. My current, quote, record, if you will, is 21 days from blank page to published book. Is that excellent? Is that crappy? That all depends on who you are. There are people who do it a lot faster than I do. There are people who do it a lot slower than I do. That particular book happened to be very easy to write because I'd already spent a bunch of time building out the content for it, building out the ideas for it, clarifying my ideas for it. So by the time I started writing, I already knew what I wanted to say, which made that whole process very, very simple. But that sort of preparatory period probably was about 6 weeks long. And yet, taking that time up front to make sure that I was crystal clear on my roadmap for success made accomplishing that so simple, so easy. It was effortless in so many ways, and yet it was a lot of hard work. So the point I'm trying to make is that you can do this too. If you have a book on your heart to write, you absolutely can do this. And it's not difficult. I just showed you a couple of steps to make it happen. Yesterday we talked about building a system to get into the zone. Take these tools, implement them in your life. See if it doesn't change how you write and how fast you write and how quickly you're able to get that book out of your head, onto the page, and then out to the world. I would love to hear that. So if this helped you in some small way, I would love it if you would like it and share it with your friends. Of course, share in the comments what struck you most about today's tip. And as always, connect with me on LinkedIn, connect with me on all the rest of the social media channels. All of them are available for me at sleekbio.com/Christopher. You can also book an appointment there with me if you choose. So we can I call it my Turn Your Dreams into Reality Clarity Call. And all it is we'll get together for a half hour, 45 minutes, and discuss what your dreams are, where you are in that process of achieving them, and see if there isn't some way we can help shortcut that process for you. All right? So with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now.